a city of light is a collaboration between beings. So it is like a hub in the fifth dimension where we can easily access them. But the light ships move through the whole dimensional system. So you can also meet them in the first dimension in Gaia society, or in the 18th dimension with the Orion manifestation. So the light ships are everywhere. Know that your physical body is also a part of the dimensional system, which means that inside your body there are light ships. It means that you are constantly together with multiple light ships. And it's just a question of you being aware of it and learning how to communicate with them.
Welcome to another Quantum Conversation. I'm Loren Gailey, and I invite you to sit back as we enter the quantum realm, that space of the greater part of you. It is your connection to infinite possibilities, infinite potential, and infinite mastery. Welcome, beautiful hearts. We are already in the 5D City of Light, the Lightship City of Light. My guest today is Charlotte Shanti, who's been working with the 5D Lightship City of Light, and that is her mission on the planet. Let's welcome Charlotte. Hi, Charlotte. Thank you so much for being here.
Hi, Loren. Thank you for having me and us again. All light beings from the light ship are here. I've never experienced that before, that they were all here at the same time, but for some reason they all show up.
Wow. Okay. So as we're talking about interdimensional beings and galactic consciousness, the City of Light is representative of this. Can you explain your understanding of interdimensionality and interdimensional beings? They're light beings.
Yeah. We call them light beings because it's a popular term on Earth, but they are pulsating beings. They are vibrating beings. They are color beings. They are wave beings. There are many, many types of beings, but on Earth, it's popular to call them light beings, because when we mention the word light, everybody gets uplifted. So it's a popular term. As I mentioned before, all the light beings are here because they want to show you how close you can get to them through the dimensional system when you know how to enter and use the facilities of the dimensional system. Right now we are in the fifth dimension. This is a dimension that is easily accessible for most people on Earth because they are evolved. And it's easy for the light beings and other beings to go to the fifth dimension. So it's a natural meeting place. A dimension is a facet of your reality. And so the fifth dimension is where the golden age and the oneness is taking place. I was just being distracted by some beings, and with your permission, they would like to step forward.
Beautiful.
It's the Syrians. They are usually known as the engineers or important beings in creating processes. And they would like to explain a few things about not only this lightship, but all the lightships that are surrounding Earth at this point in time. They say there have never been so many lightships as there are now. Some of them are pure Arcturian, pure Syrian, pure Orion, etc. But then we have the City of Lights. At this present moment, I hear there are 35 cities of light around the world. For your information, 10 years ago, there were 12. So they have multiplied. And a city of light is a collaboration between beings. So it is like a hub in the fifth dimension where we can easily access them. But the light ships move through the whole dimensional system. So you can also meet them in the first dimension in Gaia society, or in the 18th dimension with the Orion manifestation. So the light ships are everywhere. And for those of you who have been on our course in the dimension, know that your physical body is also a part of the dimensional system, which means that inside your body, there are light ships. So don't get freaked out, but it's a wonderful thing. It means that you are constantly together with multiple light ships. And it's just a question of you being aware of it and learning how to communicate with them. And they come from all over this galaxy, but also parallel galaxies like the Andromeda Galaxy and others. And for instance, when beings come from the Andromeda Galaxy, they use the dimensional system to travel. So it's also a way of moving from one point to the other. The Syrians would like to know if they answered your question.
Beautifully. Very, very interesting. So when we're talking interdimensional beings, it's not only the light beings who travel between the dimensions, but we are interdimensional. This is fascinating that the cities of light are within us. So how do we learn to communicate with them, and how do we learn to become aware? You've done this in your life. Maybe you can share what you did, and that gives us insight into what we can do too, or maybe some of the light beings have additional information on how we can learn to communicate with them.
Yeah. Basically, they say we all have the ability to communicate because it's basically a question of connecting with our intuition. A lot of people who are watching this have been working on trusting their intuition. And that is actually the first step in communicating. And that's the same as connecting with yourself and trusting the impulses that are coming from your body, from your mind, from your thoughts. And sometimes it's interdimensional messages. Like, for instance, you can feel that somebody who has passed is suddenly in the room. You have a sense that they are in the room. And as you are sensing they are in the room and you get the thought, I think this person is in the room. This is communication. So I think a lot of people have already tried this. Or if you see something out of the corner of your eye, that could be a shadow or a light or something moving, and you get the thought, what was that? That was a connection. Not very clear, but it was there. So these are the signs of a beginning um, of the ability to communicate with interdimensional beings. Then you can do various mind. I'm just trying to listen to what they're saying. The Orions are stepping forward now. They say that it is a question of integrating all the opposites that is inside yourself. So if you have any feelings of deep sadness, of overjoyousness, which is also a feeling out of balance, then you need to balance all those things inside yourself and sort of get rid of things that are holding you back. So that'll ease the way again to give you a clear mind. Teachers have for thousands of years been teaching us various methods of balancing our minds through meditation, for instance, through yoga, through practices of different kinds. And the purpose was really to help us prepare for where we are now. The Orions say that many people are not aware that they are here now. They have permission to communicate. They have permission to reach out into the galaxy, to the universe, and communicate. They say, stop worrying about whether your heart is open enough, whether you have enough light in your heart. Forget it. They are here now and they want to communicate with you. Can you feel the energy? They're really certain about this. The energy is quite intense right now. It's a very important point that they are making. They want people to stop all the nonsense and step into the now because they are ready and they have permission to move along, even though they may feel, oh, I need to work on this. I have such and such a problem. I still need to learn so and so. The Orions say, forget it. Join us now. You are invited. Okay, so they're stepping back again. That was quite intense.
Okay, very interesting. I want to share what we're doing here at New Earth One Network is assisting all of the beautiful people who are waking up. There's a whole variety of people on different paths, different stages of their path of awakening. And what we're discovering is that some people, when they awaken, maybe even just 2 years ago, we have Tony Ghazi, who awoken, stepped into his power 2 years ago. He's now like, that was a rapid awakening. So what you're saying about the Orions is that this stage of where we are in our awakening is really unimportant. We don't need to do too much of a structure. My idea, maybe if I give this and share this, then the light beings can give us some feedback and input on it. But we would tend to say, as we identify what needs to be done, what is the ascension journey? Simply put, it's coming into the heart, feeling into the heart. Humanity needs to really learn how we live and express fully from the heart. And when we get into the heart, we see there could be heart walls, there could be traumas, there could be wounds, belief systems that keep us limited from expanding that heart light. So then begins the cleanup job to clear those programs, wounds, right? That's a whole process that many beautiful healers have and assist us with, as well as angels and light beings. So then, after that cleanup job, or alongside that cleanup job, we begin to listen. We begin to pay attention to these sensations of our intuition, of these impulses of imagination that you were talking about, that how we can connect with these beautiful interdimensional beings. So that listening, it even helps us connect to our higher self. And then we bring the mind back into it, where it's not the ego, but we have heart-mind coherence. And then that takes us quantum. We really literally enter a quantum realm. So those 4 steps, then that brings us into Christ consciousness, galactic consciousness, cosmic wisdom. And so I would like to know if the light beings have anything to share on that path, and if that's even important, because we don't want to label anyone, but is that even necessary to help people recognize where they are and maybe what they need to do? Or is it moot? Maybe, I don't know, what did the light beings have to say?
The Arcturians are coming forward.
Beautiful.
And the
We love
first
the
thing they
story.
say is that the time of penance is over. We can't be doing the penance anymore. A lot of people have lost faith in religion anyway. So please let go of the dogmas and especially the penance, the feeling or the thought that it has to hurt before it gets good. I have to suffer before I progress. They say that might have been true 20 years ago and before because the energies were different. But after the opening of the 5th dimension and the whole dimensional system, we can take quantum leaps. And one of the quantum leaps is that we let go of the idea of penance. There is a very soft energy from the Arcturians in this, a very loving, comforting energy. They are trying to soothe your energy system, nurse you like a mother would a child, and say that it is okay to move forward, even though you may not be sure that you can, because they are here. The Arcturians are very close to you, and they will nurture you through this light ship and other light ships. All you have to do is reach out. They are pointing to the graphic that we have of the light ship. For some people, this can be a connection. When you look at this graphic, you see the inside, and you can automatically enter the light ship. So that is one way of working. And that sort of goes beyond, well, you need to practice so and so before you can do this or that. They're not buying that anymore.
Mm.
They're saying, try to look at the light ship, feel what it does to your energy system, and notice how, for instance, the Arcturians get very close to you when you look at it. And so they mention the vibrational portals that they are maintaining on Kauai in Hawaii, where there is a process of moving through the 2 vibrational portals to cleanse your karma for good and heighten your vibration. This is possible now, they say. And you don't have to go to Kauai physically. You can connect with the vibrational portals energetically. This is one of the things you can do through this light ship and the coded crystal tools. So they are really trying to give us a new toolbox. And the new toolbox is that you get all your old tools back. All the tools you know from Atlantis, Lemuria, etc. You are getting them back. So this is quite unique because it means that basically, and don't get me wrong, we don't need any teachers anymore. We need somebody just to connect us. We need connectors because we are able to do a lot of the work ourselves together with the light beings if we choose to accept their invitation. Okay. So that was a more soft, caring side of it. Did that answer your question?
Yes, and it brings a lot of comfort and ease and grace because the quantum jumping, the quantum leap that we can make means that we can step into 5D and we can literally shed all the rest. We don't need to look at it. Or do we? Do we still need the awareness? Maybe there's an awareness that, oh, there's a program that's limiting me or a wound or a belief system, but we don't have to go into it and do backbreaking work to get it rooted out of it. We can literally shift a perspective. And that's what the Arcturians help us do is shift perspectives.
Yeah, and say that we are allowed to have a baggage. We can still move forward. And what you're saying is that there is a difference between awareness and penance. And too many people fall into the pit of penance, whereas they should focus on awareness because you can be aware of something that you really want to change in yourself. But realistically, you know it's going to take some time before it's going to shift. But once you have the awareness and you have the connection with the light beings, you understand it's okay not to be perfect. You can still move forward. And then over time, with the work you're doing together with the light beings, you're shifting, you are transforming. To say it in another word, it's difficult to work directly with light beings and not change. They will disappear as soon as they find out you're not ready to transform. They're going to lose interest and they're going to disappear. So that is one connection that you can consciously or unconsciously work with. That is your interest in changing. That is the golden key.
All right. So anybody who is watching this episode or any shows like this, they have that interest. They have that interest. And that right there is enough.
Yeah.
I love it.
So that's a big leap forward.
That desire for transformation. Wow.
Yeah.
Right. Here we are in just the beginning of this year, and it feels like so much has shifted. And what's interesting, I don't know if you've noticed this or if the light beings on the City of Light have anything to say about it. At times, it feels like we're going backwards, like backwards in humanity. Taxes, restrictions, this sort of thing, dignity, rights for humans. Like, what in the world?
Yeah.
Um, how do we move past that? I guess we can just work with the light beings and information will be revealed. Things will be revealed in the dream space, ringing of the ears. What are your thoughts around this? Like, how do we navigate?
The Pleiadians are stepping forward now. They have been the guardians of Earth ever since time began. And they are saying that this is the most serious, darkest hour of Earth that we are standing in right now. It's not so much a question of a war between light or darkness. They say there is no light, there is no darkness, there is only integration. But the way that the humans are treating the earth and each other is showing the lowest, the lowest of the low in the human possibility, they say. And this is becoming clearer and clearer to more and more people. But the thing is that even though people become clear of it, they have no idea of how to shift it. And then we're back again, they say, to the desire to transform yourself. Because basically that is the only thing we can control, if we must use that word. And then compassion. The Pleiadians are pointing to the Tibetans and the Tibetan religion, even though they're not promoting any religion as such. The ability of the Tibetan system is unique, and it has always been a way of the future. And so if people feel despair of what is happening around them and the speed that it is happening at, please look at the Pleiadians, they say, and if they want something more earthly, they can look at the Tibetan system. Again, they are not promoting any religion, but there is wisdom to be found at the core of Tibetan etheric knowledge. So they want to comfort us, but at the same time, they're saying, well, the reason there are so many light ships here is that we need the help. So again, they're reaching out to you saying, we need you now. We need you to let go of what you thought you had to do in order to progress, and just let go of all that and jump into the present. Allow yourself to take this opportunity to listen to yourself and transform. They are also speaking on behalf of the animals, of everything that grows on earth. So there is a lot of compassion and love in the energy that is streaming to you, all of you right now, to show you the place in your heart where you absolutely just love the earth, where you love all your fellow beings, whether they be human, animals, plants, etc. Wow, can you feel this energy? It's breathtaking.
It really puts us in a presence.
Yeah.
It really puts us in the now. I feel like crying.
The love for all beings on earth is so profound in this energy. Yeah. Wow. It's quite healing.
And empowering.
Yeah.
And a reminder that there's nothing to fix. Actually, is there? There's nothing to fix. This
No,
notion
there's
of
only something
penance.
to transform,
Yes, yes.
and that is different. The feeling of the energy is that you are loved as you are. Transform with us.
More tools, please, on this form of deepening the connection.
Yeah.
I can sense everyone watching this is really ready, like, okay, okay. So is this going to come, for example, could this come through the dream space? Could it come through ringing of the ears? The energy, the impulses that you say, the intuition is what you said. But how do we really cultivate that? How do we cultivate that to trust it?
Yeah. That's the good question. And of course, through a conversation like we have, where we transmit energies to empower people, that will hopefully get a lot of people to listen to the messages. Your energy system is listening to the messages, and changes will happen automatically.
Beautiful.
And just be open to it. Don't pressure yourself. Don't have any expectations. And don't let anybody tell you that something is right or wrong. Just play with it yourself and enjoy it uh, for the fun of it. We know that it is very unclear, but it's so individual what is working for each person. But they just want to confirm again that you are entitled, you are allowed, you have permission to step forward. And by saying this, we, and this is still the Pleiadians, are pushing the button deep within your DNA system that starts a process if it hasn't already started. This process they are talking about is an ascension process, a program, if you like, to put you in the right direction. So this is one way of working with it, is to accept when the Pleiadians now offer to push this button so that your process of ascension can come to new heights. They say if you're watching this now or later again, you can decide to say yes. And while watching this, the energy of the Pleiadians will find the button in your DNA system and push it. So this is a very concrete offer from the Pleiadians, and they hope that many will say yes and that it will make sense.
I believe that everyone is saying, yes, push my buttons, push my DNA buttons. And that is an activation right there. And so that is what was meant by the phrase, if you wish for that transformation, it will happen. And that is how we are being supported. And
Yeah,
so the tools that you mentioned, it's wonderful. The tools, there are tools that allow us to deepen this connection. And
yeah,
you said the integration of past tools, Atlantis, Lemuria, and then there's the Lin orbs that you've been working with and sharing
yeah,
as well. So that's beautiful. So let's talk about Atlantis, because you've got a course coming up, and that is a beautiful opportunity for people to reclaim this gift, this wisdom, to integrate this wisdom, these tools from the past. And it's the positive, it's the light technology of those times. So tell us about the golden spheres,
yeah,
the golden sphere, and then even Atlantis.
yeah. It's basically about gaining our own knowledge back about how we work with orbs. And
Mm.
working in an orb or with an orb is an Atlantean technology. And we started on this in the last course with the 34 Lin orbs, where each of us had activated all our 34 Lin orbs that make up our personal universe, which means that if you have all 34 Lin orbs activated, you are connected to all the abilities and gifts that you are made up of on Earth. An orb, a Lin orb could be, for instance, Stonehenge. Some of you have already seen that meditation, meaning that when my energy system is connected to Stonehenge, I will get the information and wisdom directly from the Stonehenge, and this is profound. I recommend you watch that um, meditation, because what we're doing in the next course is to take it to the next level. The first one was the individual level. How is my universe? How is it made up? What things is inside my personal universe? And then we take the next step and say, well, now that I have my personal universe, I can start collaborating with others, with you, for instance, Lauren, or with the Arcturians. It doesn't have to be physical beings. And in order to do that, we use the orbs. In Atlantis, we are using orbs like computers, you could say. But these computers are not artificial, they are biological. They are made up of energies and frequencies. And we meet outside the orb or inside the orb and release something or transfer something or contribute with something, and then an organic process happens inside the orb. In this course, we're going to work with the golden orb, and that obviously has something to do with the coming golden age. And it's we've already had the Atlantis course. You can find that on Loren's site. That's sort of your personal work with Atlantis. But this course is more about the community and the collaboration in Atlantis. I have a very concrete example of how we work with orbs and why does it matter. The outcome of the work that I'm going to tell you about is this golden time space coded crystal tools, which de-stresses your energy system. That is the work that the crystal is doing. But before the coding was possible, I needed personally to go through some work with another person, a very great healer. We were totally different persons or people, but we met and were fascinated by each other's work. And we found out that we had been collaborating a long time ago, but for some reason or other, we parted ways and we each took with us wisdom that was then not possible for the other to contact anymore. But by working in this lifetime together in an orb, we could all of a sudden connect again and get all the points where we couldn't agree then, we could all of a sudden agree. And the reason why we could do this was because we went into the Atlantis space of collaboration and we worked in an orb. She was standing on the one side, I was standing on the other side of the orb, and we each sent in energies to the orb. Much of this happened automatically by intention. And then the energies and frequencies that were inside the orb, the Atlantean community energy, could transform all the things that we couldn't agree on then and make a whole again, make our collaboration whole again, and freeing up energies and frequencies. And so this collaboration ended up in the golden time space coded crystal tools, which again helps everyone on Earth to de-stress their energy system. And this is one of the most important things that we need right now when working with light beings or light ships or whatever energies. We need to be de-stressed in order not to get ascension symptoms. So an orb inside Atlantis is incredibly powerful because they can help us meet our opposites or the people that we cannot work with. But if the other one wants to work with you anyhow, you can do it inside this orb and new things will happen. Transformation happens. And so the perspective of teaching people how to work in orbs is, in my opinion, mind-blowing. Because as a human being, you know this, there are people you want to work with, there are other people you don't want to work with. But the thing is, in order for us to come to the golden age, we have to start working with the people we don't want to work with, because their energy and their abilities and yours create magic. So this is where the transformation comes in. And it is a big step towards the golden age that we start working in the orbs in order to overcome our personal human, how do you call it? Adversities? Is that the correct word?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that is the perspective, but you can also use the orbs to work with people that you do like. It's not a question that when you take this course that you have to work with people that you don't like. I'm only mentioning the perspectives. And then the orbs, they are naturally connected to Atlantis and to interdimensional beings. So this is a beautiful and easy way of connecting and getting a way to get the collaboration working. If you again look at the graphic, you can see there are orbs here as well. So inside the light ship, we use orbs from Atlantis to facilitate different collaborations. So this is the future, but it is also your past. You know this. You've done this before, but we are showing you how to relearn it.
Beautiful. I really love that. And we can feel the power of that. So we'll be joining you in that class and working with that. Is there anything else more you want to say about the length of this course or what will be covered in this time together?
It's a series of 4 courses. You can join any of the 4 as you like. The first course with the 34 Lin orbs was a 4-hour live course, and it's on replay now. And then the present course with the Golden Sphere and the Atlantis collaboration is 3 hours live. And the next 2 courses we are still planning, but I'm thinking also 2 times 3 hours. But again, join us when you can. The order is not important. When I started planning for this series, I only got the information from the lightship that it was going to be called the Discover series. And then when I asked, well, what is the beginning and what is the end? And they say, well, what do you mean beginning and end? Everything is now. So this also illustrates some of the difficulties of working and collaborating with a light being, because we have different understanding of beginning and ending and terminology. So you can take the courses any which way you like. But as I'm doing the courses, I decided what I like to do, what seemed natural for me. So I'm hoping to see you, and we look forward to presenting the material. When you sign up, you get some more information and also information about crystal tools that may contribute to your experience. And there are the meditations on Lorenz's site that you can look at and feel the energies of. And yeah, we hope to see you. This is the flavor of the future.
We are ready for the flavor of the future and ready to incorporate this into our lives and make this contact and build this connection in this way. Very good. So when we're talking about Atlantis, some may still have memories of responsibility of the fall of Atlantis. How do we
Yeah.
overcome that? Do we just, again, know that we're clear on what that is and we just quantum jump into now?
The light ship have coded 5 different coding crystal tools to take you through a process. And we had the course half a year ago or so, and we have it on your site as well, the Atlantis activation course, where you are taken through 5 different meditations, where we first look at your physical remembrance of Atlantis and the light beings healing this. And then we look at your mental and fragmented remembrance of Atlantis. And again, the light beings are um, transforming those memories. And then you are led through the Golden Bridge over to Atlantis, that this light ship has been reopening together with other light ships. It's a work that has been going on for a long time, and we have succeeded in reopening Atlantis in a safe way. Safe meaning that we are not able to do the same mistakes as we did then, but we are able to hand over your tools from back then. Everything that you have been working on in Atlantis has been reviewed by the Universal Federation of Light. So this is on universal level. Everything has been gone through, and your work has been released in an edition that is now beneficial for Earth. So it's actually quite important that you reconnect with Atlantis. And obviously, we want you to do it through the light ship and the meditations that we offer.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Thank you for that. So what we're going to do is make an option available for those who have not been through that first Atlantis course, so that those who want to do this one can use that as another tool, as a preparatory course. So we'll put that together.
Wonderful.
Everyone can look on this page and see either this new course of the Golden Sphere and Atlantis, or you have an option to purchase this course with the prior Atlantis course with those 5 meditations. That is
Wonderful.
wonderful integration that we're talking about here.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Do you want to lead us on a moment with a little activation, or is there a message from any of the light beings or a transmission at this point? I feel that there's something they want to share.
Yeah. We touched upon it briefly. And before we started, they said to me, please, if you get the possibility, let people be de-stressed in their energy system. So what I'll do is to activate or start the golden time space coded crystal tool. And so if you just take a moment to feel your whole energy system, do you feel any stress somewhere? Do you have a lot of thoughts in your mind? Do you feel some strain, maybe discomfort in your body? Do you feel that something is too much? Just leave it, but notice how you're feeling. And then I'm switching on the crystal tool and transmitting the energies to you. And already now, you should be sensing maybe that you take a deep breath and sigh. You may be able to breathe easier. This crystal tool is working super fast. So you should already be feeling a deep sense of relief. Maybe your feet are now feeling really energized, dramatically energized. Maybe if you just take a moment to open your eyes and just look ahead of you, maybe notice how you can see everything clearer all of a sudden. This is deeply grounding, but what the light beings are doing is to de-stress your energy system, because when you move around in the world, you interact with other people, you may be doing energy work. Even though it's nice, your energy system gets a little bit overexcited all the time, and then it starts to stress. But now we have de-stressed it. And I'm getting a sense that we are already finished with this de-stressing. Tell me, Lauren, did you notice this?
I did, absolutely. I did. And as soon as you said, feel any pain or resistance, now it's activated. I did feel it leave. And then when you mentioned the feet, wow, I did feel that. And I know that it's different for everyone. Some may not be feelers. So what do you say for some who don't feel it? There's something else that might come around. There's something, it may be wisdom, intuition, a sense of peace. That's a good thing right now, a sense of peace. So that helps me identify something happened there as well. What do you have to
Yeah,
say?
maybe the shoulders
What?
going down a little bit,
Mhm.
some physical symptoms, or the ability to breathe, or to sigh, or to yawn. That could be some very physical symptoms of, well, this is working. So, about communicating and connection, it's not always to receive beautiful messages or hearing something. It can be your body responding positively.
Mm.
And each time your body is responding positively to something, well, it's good. Do more. You're taking good care of your body, and that's needed. So it could be as simple as that.
Beautiful. Thank you for that. This helps others
Yeah.
identify what is happening. And again, it comes back to a feeling of peace, harmony, love, and no resistance. But I did feel a calming of the nervous system, a de-stress, a
Yeah.
de-stress. So
And
we hold
even if you've
this.
been watching this program until now, it's your energy system saying, I like this. So that's also a sign. If you switch it off, it's your energy system saying, well, this is not for me. That could be a way of waging, is something for me or not.
Yes. Okay. Well, thank you for that. Thank you for that experience and that energy transmission. So for those who are feeling this and you're getting a yes, this is for you. You want more of this. We are inviting you to work with Charlotte Shanti and the 5D Lightship City of Light. It is a beautiful opportunity. You're going to know in your heart if it's for you, if it feels right. And we invite you again to join. As always, there is a 2 payment plan for this program, and everything is recorded. So you can do this on your own time. You can join the live courses. Anytime you can go back and watch those recordings again. It's highly supportive. And each time you listen to a recording, something new happens, right? There's new information that could be revealed to someone. Charlotte, have you seen that with some of the people that you've worked with as they go back to the course? Maybe they don't even need to go back to the course because it's so helpful and beneficial the first time around.
Yeah, I often find, even myself, when I do the courses, even though I may be saying the same things, there is also always a new depth to it. New layers are being revealed, and things get more and more profound. And I find that fascinating that things evolve all the time. And when you go back to listen to something, and I say, well, I can't remember saying this, but obviously I did because it's it's recorded, but it's new layers. So yeah, it's a gift that keeps on giving, and
On a
it's
multi-dimensional
organic.
level, yes,
Yeah,
multidimensionally. The brain may not pick it up the first time. Even you, when you said it, you're like, did I say that? That's the multi-dimensionality of what we are.
yeah,
Wow, okay. So I want to say as well that the first 34 Lin orbs meditation that you spoke of is in our archive. It
yeah.
was part of our Soul Shine solstice celebration. That was a beautiful class. And so I will put the link on this page, the page that people are watching this on. We'll see a
Yeah.
link to that meditation as well, so people can access that. Of course, people can go search on New Earth One Network, Charlotte Shanti, Soul Shine, and you'll find that meditation as well. Charlotte, thank you. I feel good, and that means I know others are feeling really good
Yeah.
and enlightened. We are enlightened. We are connected with the 5D light ship, City of Light. So thank you for this, and thank you for the wisdom that you've inspired and shared with us, because we are more strongly connected to the City of Light. And that's beautiful. It's real and it's powerful. Would you like to say anything? Final thoughts?
Well, all the light beings are here again. And as I started saying, I've never seen them all before. It's quite yeah, I haven't got words for it. So for some reason you get this experience, and they are here now. They say they're going to stay here until the last second of this recording. So when you put this out, even though your music will start afterwards, the light beings say they will still be here.
So beautiful.
So yeah, that was the message. Yeah, we are here. That was the message, obviously. We are here.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for being here with us. It's exquisite.
Thank you for this opportunity.
Thank you, Charlotte Shanti, and all the light beings. We're empowered and we will be listening. We will be listening and we will be feeling our impulses. New Earth is created with this vibration.
Yeah, we are
Yes.
here now.
Hold this vibration, beautiful hearts, and carry it in the world. This is powerful, and this is that shift. In light of everything, this is our integration, and this is us here now. Thank you, Charlotte.
Thank you.
Thank you for listening to this quantum conversation, and thank you for dancing with us to the cosmic heart. As we raise our own vibration, we raise the vibration of the planet. This show is dedicated to you and all awakening hearts, as we are here to shine our bright light and amplify our love. I'm Loren Gailey, and from my sacred heart to yours, I honor your magnificent love and light. This has been a presentation of New Earth One Network, your home for New Earth living. Access information, education, and videos on living from the heart in unity consciousness. Visit newearth1.com.